Hello, everyone. MFPallytime here, and welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. It's that time again. We're starting another deep dive, and this time we're taking a look at Ghoulish Daniel himself. One of my favorite casters in the video game has three very distinct builds that just so happen to coincide with his three abilities: Fell Flame, Drain Life, and Corruption. Corruption's going to be the focus of today's video, and I was originally intending on breaking this up into two separate videos, because I think there's two distinct corruption playstyles. The first one is the one we're showing off today, where you take Bound by Shadow at level 7, which allows you to pump out a bunch of Qs to get resets on your corruption. The second playstyle would be to go for Hunger for Power, which means you're not spamming out abilities as often, but when you do land your attacks, they hit significantly harder. I was originally going to make separate videos. I don't think we need to do that. It's just a playstyle preference. I always enjoy spamming stuff out a lot more. Hunger for Power used to be like the meta back in the day. That is no longer the case at all. You can take whatever you want. And that's why I felt like it didn't deserve a second video. But hey, if you guys think I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments. We have plenty of Gul'dan to come. I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to check out the deep dive playlist in the video description. That's going to be updated all of the time with all kinds of characters across the Nexus. Without any further ado, though, let's get into today's game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on the Cursed Hollow today. The friendly team: Gul'dan, Anduin, Garrosh, Genji, and what the hecka? The enemy team: Zagara, Genji, Diablo, Kel'Thuzad, and Deckard Cain. I'm kind of thinking with their range, I don't know. They don't have a ton of crowd control. I'm kind of debating whether or not I want to go Corruption build or if I want to go Q build versus these guys. I think I'm going to try Corruption. So hit 40 enemy heroes with Corruption. That's our quest. After we complete the quest, the third strike of Corruption is going to come back. So the ability is going to repeat itself. Think of it as a boomerang, and it's returning to me. Now, that's only after we finish the quest. But we got a few stacks right there. Starting the game off with 5 is not too bad at all. I have historically said that this is the hardest build in the game for me to play, and that has not changed. I'm not very good at Corruption Gul'dan, but we're gonna try. I did a warm-up game for it today, and I think one of my issues is I'm not getting close enough to the enemies before casting the Corruption. I'm kind of casting it a little bit too far away. So we're gonna try to make some adjustments and fix that. I should probably stay mid lane and just keep brawling, just keep clearing. But we do have really good lane clear on Gul'dan. How he works is his Q is a straight line skill shot. Actually, it's a cone. And anything that gets hit by the cone is just going to take damage, but there's basically no cooldown here. That's what makes it unique. He funds all of his abilities with mana, just like other casters, but he's able to siphon a portion of his health pool into his mana bar to fund the casting. And then we also have the ability to drain some of that health back with our W ability, and there's an entire build based on the W ability that we'll be showing off at some point too. So it looks like Genji's trying to either take my camp or just take the vision. I'm going to get a free stack of Corruption right there. If I drain life into him, he can deflect it back for quite a lot of damage, but if he doesn't deflect right away, we're still fine. Really, I should probably cancel that early. So not the lane I was expecting to be in today, but it is the lane we will make work. We know he's going for that region globe, so we put the Corruption on it to get yet another free stack. I don't have another one ready, but it looks like he's kind of backing up. Level 4 is here, and with level 4, I think you have two options. I think Improved Life Tap is great. Consume Soul has a higher win rate right now between the two options, though. Instantly kill a minion and heal for 427 health. This stores a few charges, and it looks like it comes with full charges right out of the gate. So if we're in a trade and it doesn't look like the trade's going well, I could just zap a minion, consume its soul, and then we'll be looking A-okay. Might help us bait some Genji into some bad plays up here in the lane. I wasn't expecting to be a solo laner, but we do have some of the tools in our kit to make it work. The first objective is going to be up here. Let me clear this wave and we'll just push it into tower. I'm going to cancel that once he starts really deflecting. If that lane pushes back into me, we might be able to actually drain some life. Deckard Cain was on the way down. It looks like the friendly team getting into a big fight here. There's Cain. good corruption. We're at 13 out of 40 that we need to complete this quest. First objective is coming up, and I'm going to start the channel. Genji is, of course, very nearby, and he could jump on us if he wants to. Not if he's rooted, though. That puts an end to that plan. Great timing by Anduin, helping us secure that objective there. Down to the bottom lane, looks like Zagara is pushing in quite hard still. I've got a pretty good push here. Let's see if we can utilize it in some way. We are going to be rooted. Whoa, I think I'm fine. Wow, the life grip does save me. Diablo coming up now, too. I'm trying to look back and see if there's any minions I can just smite with this, but they were never close enough. I wanted to see what the healing was like in the middle of a fight. I also want to see what the cooldown is like. So it's 25-second cooldown per charge. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Now, there are two schools of thought here with Corruption Gul'dan. The formerly most popular way of playing him was, let me just kite that out while he's deflecting, was to get Hunger for Power, which is going to give you more spell damage per cast, and then make your corruptions hit really, really hard. The preferred way I've always played is Bound by Shadow. Each enemy hit by our Fell Flame is going to lower the cooldown of corruption and just make this a much more spammable ability for me. We've been in this game 4.5 minutes, and I've only landed 15 circles of corruption. So anything that can help me spam those out more is something I'm very interested in. Let's dodge that root. Coming with a big corruption on the enemy team's Diablo, draining life into his back too. Now that he is moving away, we just want to land as many Qs on these guys as we can while weaving in as many corruptions as we can too. I'm going to try to get the channel. Looks like Zagara is still distracted by Dahaka down in the bottom lane, and I was able to nab it. Moving up for a juicy corruption. I might die for that damage. I think it was worth it though. Oh, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take Quest X. I actually didn't see how many I got there, but they were looking so grouped. I just felt the Greymane syndrome kick again. I felt it taking over. So it looks like the wall and half the building has gone away down in the bottom lane from the push with Zagara. The creep is starting to take over as well. Mercenary camp in the middle lane is being devoured. Next objective is going to be a top right of the map too, so I'm going to head there rather than the bottom lane. We're at 21 stacks of corruption, just over the halfway mark, just barely, and I'm hoping that as we approach level 10, we'll wrap up this quest fairly quickly in this next fight. Everyone for the enemy team is missing, aside from Zagara, and now Genji up in the top lane. Diablo showing up there for a gank too. I don't have a fear just yet, but I do have a little bit of damage. And a few stacks on my corruption added in. We got 5 right there. Not too bad at all. We do pick up a kill on Zagara, so the enemy team is not going to be soaking during this. And we have just gotten level 10. I'm going to use that as an opportunity to learn Horrify. Horrify is a skill shot, but everyone in the circle is going to be controlled, feared, and running away from the point of origin from the circle. Drain life might be enough to kill Diablo. Yes, it was. That dot damage was kicking in. Let me go ahead and fear here. Try to get our Garrosh a little bit more time. Draining life onto the Deckard Cane. We're going to have to life tap and push forward here. That is a Kel'Thuzad ult. The one I love to see. Well, we're going to life tap immediately. Oh, he's just out of range. I kind of need health. Hold on. Let me life tap a bunch, and then I'll just eat these minions. We're back to full health, and now I'm going to move back towards this fight with newfound confidence. Look at that. Oh, and this is going to be a big corruption right down the center lane. Unfortunately, Diablo with that lightning breath kind of stopped us in our tracks. I'm not going to attack him too much because that just gives him more deflections. But he is in this bush. Corruption is out, and it was a big corruption. I have to life. Well, it went a little bit better than I was expecting it to. Enemy team did grab that first objective for them, so we have 2 tributes to their 1. Horrify is an 80-second cooldown. I didn't realize it actually did damage, but it is going to silence and fear everyone in that target area. We already have 2 charges of the Consumed Soul back too, so we could do that little dump all my mana and Ear back up trick, really easy. We are 2 stacks away from our quest being completed. Once this is done, our corruption is going to travel back along its path, back towards us. It is a huge, 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 huge power spike, but you have to earn it. Diablo is the only one we see so far. I'm just going to start the channel. Genji's already jumped, too. He could dash towards me. Corruption is out. I'm going to fear. He did an X marks the spot, so the fear did not connect. Okay, I'm going to use that as an opportunity to just back up. Thank you for throwing me to safety. The enemy team is kind of low here. Let me eat a few minions. Now, I'm super duper healthy. Unfortunately, 1 minute left on my ult, so I don't think we're going to be able to do too much. The Maw does come out and catch our Ghoulish Daniel. Our corruption is returning. Oh, God. Oh, God, I got rooted. What a terrible root. And a great ult by Deckard Cain, locking us down under tower here, too. The enemy team is moving in and taking this tower. With that last objective, we are even on tributes, 2 for the friendly team, 2 for the enemy. However, they have pulled ahead on XP. They are level 13 to our level 12. Our damage output so far is not too shabby at all, but of course, will start to get a lot better now. The push at the top lane is still continuing. 10 seconds left on our big Horrify ultimate. I want to continue to contest these guys if we can. Whenever I see a Kel'Thuzad using the ultimate that I love to use, I always want to beat him. Oh, very good damage there. We could actually delay these guys all fucking day. Hold on, I'm just going to step out here. If we see anyone, I'll Horrify him. This is the easiest curse we've ever gotten, ever. Just fear that out. I'm trying to use my minion kill, but it was just Zagara minions that were all around me. I think delaying there for the team, that was a good death, especially if we can get a kill on Genji and even that up a little bit. Our Genji's going in, trying to make it happen, but he's surrounded on all sides and now ulted by the Kel'Thuzad, so that push was shut down. At level 13, we can pick up another way of restoring some health to us. This is Health Zone. So on top of Consume Soul, we don't have to use this on minions or anything. It's just going to allow us to immediately press a button and get a significant portion of our HP pool back. Ooh, those guys up in the top lane have gotten a lot of value. Okay. So this building's definitely dead. Top lane's got a lot of aggression on it. I'm going to go try to kill that before it gets the actual building. Enemy team has a pretty commanding level lead now, so we're going to need to make sure we continue to soak. This top lane just pushed out and got that building, which is really, really good. Zagara is pretty far forward here. Rather than moving directly towards that, though, I'm going to try to take this vision. They would have seen me coming, so at least now they don't. I also have a fear that we might be able to drop right behind these guys, but we're already on the back foot. I shouldn't try to do an aggressive play like that. We're just going to wait. We're just going to wait it out. Our Dahak is going down to bot to get some of that great XP for the home team. Corruption did land. Light Bomb is out, and I'm going to fear off of that. We have really good setup on Zagara here, who is going to get away with a fantastic Maw placed down. Deckard Cain is in front for the enemy team. I'm going to use my health stone and eat a couple of these minions in front of us as we continue this siege. Life tap again, eat another minion. Try to keep my health high, but also the damage equally as high. Dodged the chain from Kel'Thuzad just barely, but the tongue from Dahaka does not connect as he moves out from the fog. Okay, let's get this creep out of here. I've had enough of this. We are level 15 to their 16 now, so we are moving back in the right direction too. Next objective is going to be bottom right. And that's going to be coming up pretty soon if my internal clock is right, which it normally is. This was pinged. I don't know whose idea it was, but I like the idea, especially if we could do it soon. Enemy team is seen on the map right now, at least in some capacity. Maybe they don't know we're doing this. This could get us back into the game. Again, if we kill it fast enough, we have 10 more seconds before the objective is usable. I want to fear right away if I can. I cannot. We don't need it. Oh, into the boss stun. That's huge. I am going to fear back by the healer. Damage onto Genji if I can. Oh, God, I got hit by the maul. Diablo's so low on HP there as Dahaka moves in and finishes him off. I'm going to sacrifice these minions for some HP and keep this push alive. Keep it going. Zagara hit by a big portion of our corruption there, but I'm going to break off and go for the objective now. This fucking Mutalisk is a bit of a problem, but we killed it. Channeling. We took the curse away from the enemy team and took a boss at a really good time, I think. Now, if we want to keep the pressure going, there is a top boss that we could grab. I'm too far forward. I could be ulted by Kel'Thuzad here and killed. But we're okay. Now, this is a really, 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 really big damage spike for us. This is Ruinous Affliction. If we deal... Corruption deals an additional 146 damage on impact. If the enemy is hit by all three, they then take a massive spike of damage to follow that up as well. Good job becoming unstoppable by our tank there. Unfortunately, there's a lot of damage coming this way. X marks the spot from the enemy. Genji gets him into our range, but the taunt locks him down. I'm going to fear right away so I don't get any extra damage out on me from the Kel'Thuzad. Can I sacrifice any minions here? This is fun. I like the minion sacrifice thing. It's like when you're fighting in lane, you have so many more resources than I'm used to having. Good corruption goes out. Diablo should have taken some bonus damage there. I'm going to life tap and then drain life off of this Mutalisk, who just continues to follow me. Diablo pushing up pretty far. Our team is a bit split. I want to help out with this if I can. It looks like I cannot. That missed. Objective is channelable soon. Our tank is surrounded on all sides. I need to throw out some Qs so I can get easy corruptions. Our healer's channeling, so I'm just going to back away. We got it. We got it. We got it. I don't want to give any more kills to the enemy team here. I'm just going to clear top lane. Oh, it's such a big lane, too. Look at that. Ridiculous. Okay, it looks like they've mostly stopped. They might go for a boss play here if we back off and give them the map. I would assume that's what's about to happen. So I'm going to put a danger ping here. Ooh! Oh, I was wrong. Dude, they were like 2 steps beneath me. I was so lucky they didn't turn around there. Saving fear for the cap? Maybe not. I could just rip it now. Nice! I got the corruption under Deckard as he was channeling. Okay, life tap, life tap, life tap. Now, we are in a great position. This is a curse as well as a boss for us if we want to take it. Diablo and Deckard being dead means they don't have a healer or a front line to hold it. All right, let me get all this creep out of here. They don't need to see all this. They don't need to see any of this. Land it, land it, land it. Oh, good try. We got the channel. Man, I wish I could have feared that. I have to health potion just to keep a health high there. We were taking a little too much ticking damage. With these pushing in, so I could fear right here. Push him back into our team. That's a kill. And then, with our quest being completed and the corruptions returning to me, we're really effective at killing these buildings. With the cooldown talent at level 7, it's not going to do as much siege damage. But basically, as these corruptions come back to us, it's insane the amount of value we get, especially with our level 16 burst talent. Enemy team has revived. The push did very well. We're getting bottom right now with Dahaka. I am going to take Haunt at level 20. This is going to give our fear even more armor shredding capabilities. Or I shouldn't say even more. It's going to give it armor shredding capabilities. So as we fear someone, we do even more damage to them. I'm just trying to land Qs on Diablo here so we can send more ease forward. 30 seconds on our next ability to fear, but as the enemy team's Genji jumps in, we're just going to try to keep him in damage range. Keep them draining. Keep the damage up. Great siege so far. We have evened up levels with the enemy team too here. We are level 20 to their 20. Our Genji's poking on the side. I have a Q ready, which gives my E the CDR we needed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm in kind of a weird spot. Silenced for basically forever. Holy shit. I'm going to fear Genji here towards our team. Get the drain life on him. Got the kill. Back it up. We can life tap a lot and then sacrifice these minions in this lane to get them on core. And now I think we've done it. Corruption's directly under because we want to get all of those procs of the extra corruption damage on target. Oh, stressful game. Stressful game. 35% of curse damage. Does that mean I killed minions during the curse? Is that worth acknowledging? Buildings too, I guess. I killed some buildings. So the talents we went for in today's build were Echoed Corruption at level 1 into Consume Soul at level 4. There is some variance with this level 4 talent. There's also some variance with the level 7. If you want less cooldown reduction but more damage, level 7 is where you're going to do that. Horrifies the standard pick at level 10. I'll check the pick rate on this. Basically, there was no representation for the Reign of Destruction, but there's never been. It's always been a very unpopular ability. Hellstone at level 13 into Ruinous Affliction, and then Haunt at 20. Ruinous Affliction is a massive, massive power spike. I found it very fun to just keep my health high with our level 4 and 13 talents. I enjoyed that way more than I was expecting. Here's our damage for the match. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed.